My girlfriend said, "Your apartment is too small, either we move or we're done." I said, "Let's move then." She was thrilled until she saw the lease I signed. It was a studio for one person. The moving truck arrived with only my belongings. I, 29 male, have been living in a decent one-bedroom apartment for 4 years. It's 650 square feet, nothing fancy, but it's mine. The rent's reasonable, the building's quiet, and I've got it set up exactly how I like it. Then Aubrey, 27, happened. We'd been dating for about 8 months when she started spending more nights at my place. First it was weekends, then it became 3-4 nights a week. Then she just never left. Didn't ask, didn't discuss, just gradually moved in. Her toiletries appeared in my bathroom. Her clothes took over half my closet, her shoes lined the entryway, my coffee table disappeared under her magazines and nail polish. My kitchen counter became her makeup station. Last month she started the campaign. "Babe, we need more space. This apartment is cramped." "It's fine for one person," I said, not so subtly hinting. "But there's 2 of us now. We need at least a 2-bedroom, somewhere with an actual living area, maybe a balcony." "Aubrey, you don't pay rent here." She waved her hand. "That's not the point. The point is we're practically living together, so we need a proper place. Together." 3 weeks ago she issued the ultimatum while I was trying to watch a game. "Owen, I'm serious. Either we find a new place together, or I think we need to reconsider this relationship." Looked at her standing there, hands on hips, like she was giving me some generous offer. This woman who'd moved into my apartment without asking, who paid 0 rent, who took over my space, who now wanted me to upgrade our living situation on my dime. "You're right," I said calmly. "We should move." Her face lit up like Christmas morning. "Really? Oh my God, babe. Okay, so I've been looking at some places. There's this gorgeous 2-bedroom near downtown, washer, dryer and unit, updated kitchen." "I'll handle it," I interrupted. "Let me take care of finding the place." "Are you sure? Because I have very specific requirements." "Trust me, I've got this." She practically bounced with excitement, started planning how she'd decorate our new place. Showed me Pinterest boards, talked about furniture we'd need to buy, all we language, all assuming I'd be bankrolling everything. That weekend, I went apartment hunting, by myself, found a perfect studio downtown, 400 square feet, modern building, great amenities, 24-hour security, big windows, nice view. Rent was actually slightly less than my current place because studios in that building were having a promotion. Most importantly, it was explicitly a 1-person unit per building policy. Signed a year lease, paid first and last month, got my key, set my move-in date for 3 weeks out. Came home and told Aubrey, "Found a place, we're moving in 3 weeks." She screamed, literally screamed with joy, hugged me, thanked me for being the best boyfriend ever. Started immediately planning the move, talking about what furniture to keep, what to donate, how she'd arrange everything. I just smiled and nodded. Booked movers for moving day. Told them very specifically, pack and move everything in the master bedroom, my home office and kitchen. Leave everything else. The morning of moving day arrived. Aubrey woke up excited, already dressed in moving day clothes. "Did you tell me the address? I want to swing by first and take measurements." "It's a surprise," I said. "Just meet me there at noon. I'll text you the address once the movers are done." She kissed me. "You're so sweet, planning all this. I can't wait to see our new place." The movers arrived at 9 a.m. 3 guys, efficient as hell. I supervised while they packed my bedroom stuff, my desk, my electronics, my kitchen items, my furniture, my TV, my gaming setup. Aubrey's stuff stayed exactly where it was, her clothes in the closet, her shoes by the door, her makeup covering the bathroom counter, her decorative pillows on the couch, all of it. By 11:30 a.m. the truck was loaded, only my belongings. The apartment looked weird. Half empty, but also still cluttered with her stuff. I did one final walkthrough. Left her things untouched. Left my keys to the apartment on the kitchen counter. Left a note. "Aubrey, you said we needed more space or we were done. I chose more space. For me. You can stay here through the end of the month. I paid through then. After that, you'll need to work out a new lease with the landlord or find somewhere else. Good luck with everything. Owen." Sent her the address of my new building at 11:45 a.m. Then I turned off my phone and went to my new studio. Update 1. The movers finished unloading around 1 p.m. I was arranging my desk when building security called. Sir, there's a very upset woman in the lobby claiming she lives here. She's not on the lease. Yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend. She doesn't live here. Can you ask her to leave? She's refusing, says you stole her belongings. Should we call the police? Give me 5 minutes. I'll come down. Rode the elevator down already knowing this would be ugly. The lobby was nice, modern, big windows, and there was Aubrey standing by the security desk, face red, eyes wild. Owen, what is this? Where's our apartment? This is my apartment. The studio on the 6th floor. Studio, we're supposed to be moving into a 2-bedroom. No, you wanted a 2-bedroom. I never agreed to that. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish. But you said we were moving. I thought. You assumed. I said I was moving, which I did. Where's my stuff? Where's all my furniture, my clothes? Still at my old apartment. Where you left it. You left my things. We're supposed to be moving in together. Aubrey, you moved yourself into my apartment without asking, took over my space, then demanded I upgrade to something bigger and threatened to break up with me if I didn't. So I called your bluff. Where'd I moved? You didn't. She looked at the security guard like he'd back her up. He can't do this. That's my stuff. He stole my furniture. It's actually all my furniture, I said calmly. Check the photos on my phone, all purchased by me before we met. You're welcome to whatever you brought, which is still at the old place. This is insane. You're insane. We've been together almost a year. You can't just abandon me. I can. I did. You issued an ultimatum. I chose. She started crying. Real tears this time, not manipulation. Owen, please. I don't understand. Where am I supposed to go? Figured you had a plan when you gave me that ultimatum. Maybe that backup boyfriend you've been texting? Her face went white. What are you talking about? Cameron? From your gym? The guy you text until 2 a.m.? Yeah, I saw the messages on your laptop last week. You left it open. Real cute how you were keeping him warm, just in case Owen doesn't work out. The security guard's eyebrows went up. Aubrey recovered fast. Those were just friendly conversations. You're being paranoid. Maybe, but I'm being paranoid in my own apartment, alone. Figure your life out, Aubrey. You've got until the end of the month at the old place. Started walking back to the elevator. Owen, you can't do this. I'll sue you. This is illegal eviction. Turn back. You were never on the lease. You don't pay rent. Legally, you're a guest who overstayed. Check with a lawyer if you want, but I already did. I owe you nothing. The elevator doors closed on her, yelling. My phone was off until 8 p.m. When I finally turned it back on, 38 missed calls, 89 text messages. Aubrey's texts were a journey. Are you kidding right now? Owen, answer your phone. This isn't funny. I need to talk to you right now. Fine, be a child. I went back to the apartment. Where is my stuff? You took everything. The furniture is gone, the TV, even the coffee maker. You can't do this to me. I have nowhere to go. My stuff is just sitting here and now I have to move it all myself. You're a horrible person. Cameron's more of a man than you'll ever be. That last one made me laugh. Also texts from her best friend Kelsey. What did you do? Aubrey's losing it. Call her. And one from her mom, Diane. Owen, I don't know what's going on, but Aubrey's very upset. Can we talk? I responded to exactly one person, Diane. Diane, Aubrey moved into my apartment without asking, then demanded I pay for a bigger place for both of us. When I declined, she threatened to leave. I took her up on it. She has until the end of the month at my old place, rent's paid through then. After that, she needs her own housing. Thanks for understanding. Diane responded within minutes. She moved in without discussing it. She said you asked her to live with you. Never happened. She started staying over more and just never left. I see. I'll talk to her. Blocked Aubrey's number. Blocked Kelsey. Kept Diane unblocked for now. Spent the evening setting up my studio. Everything fit perfectly. My furniture, my rules, my space. Got a text from the old landlord around 10 p.m. Hey Owen, got a frantic call from a woman named Aubrey claiming she lives at your unit. Says you abandoned her? She's been staying there without being on the lease. I moved out. My lease ends this month. I paid through the end of the month like required. What she does after that is between you and her. Gotcha. Just wanted to confirm. She mentioned possibly taking over the lease? That's up to you. I'm out. Fell asleep in my own bed in my own space. Best sleep I'd had in months. Update 2. Week 1 in the new studio was blissful. Quiet, space arranged exactly how I wanted. No makeup on the counter, no random shoes to trip over, no one complaining about my gaming setup or how I organize my kitchen. Then the entitlement kicked into overdrive. Diane called Tuesday evening. "Owen, I need to ask you something. Did you and Aubrey discuss her moving in originally?" "Nope, she just gradually started staying over more until she basically lived there. I should have addressed it sooner, but I figured we'd have an actual conversation about it eventually. She's telling me you promised to take care of her, that you said she didn't need to work as much because you'd handle expenses." "Diane, I never said that. She has a job. She works part-time at a boutique. That was her choice. I never offered to support her." Silence. Then, "She's on my couch right now, says she can't afford to take over your old apartment and needs time to find something cheaper. I'm letting her stay, but this is a lot. She's expecting me to just let her live here rent-free while she figures things out." "Sounds familiar," I said. "She mentioned you have a new place. A studio?" "Yep. One person. Already settled in. She keeps saying you two could work it out if you'd just talk to her, that you overreacted." "Diane, she moved into my space without asking, took it over completely, then gave me an ultimatum to upgrade on my dime or end things. I chose to end things. There's nothing to work out. Between you and me? I raised her better than this. I'm disappointed she put you in that position. I respected Diane for that, but Aubrey wasn't done." Thursday, I got a call from my old landlord again. "Hey, Aubrey came by the office. She's demanding access to your old unit. Says you locked her out." "I didn't lock anything. I moved out." "Did she lose the key?" "She claims she needs to get her belongings, but the key doesn't work. I left my keys inside when I moved out. If she had her own key, it should still work unless you changed the locks." "We didn't change locks." "Wait, she had her own key?" "I assumed. She stayed there constantly." "Owen, she wasn't on the lease. We never gave her a key. If she had one, it's because you gave her yours." "Oh, right. I'd given her my spare key months ago, and I'd left both keys inside when I left." "Well, that's her problem then. My lease is up in 10 days. After that, it's your property again." "She wants to take over the lease, but she can't qualify. Credit's too low, income too low. I told her we can't approve her. Then I guess she needs to get her stuff out before the lease ends." The landlord sighed. "Can you call her and tell her to stop harassing my office?" I blocked her. "Email her, or tell her to contact me through her mother." Friday afternoon, Kelsey showed up at my building. Security called. "Sir, there's a woman here named Kelsey asking to see you. Says it's urgent." "I don't know a Kelsey. Please ask her to leave." I watched from my window as Kelsey left the building, pulled out her phone, and started typing aggressively. Got an email 20 minutes later, from Aubrey, using Kelsey's email address. "Owen, this is ridiculous. You're being cruel and heartless. I have nowhere to go, and you know it. The least you could do is help me move my stuff since you have a truck and movers. I can't afford movers. If you ever cared about me at all, you'll help me. I'll be at the old apartment Sunday at 2 p.m. Please be there." I didn't respond. Sunday came. I spent it meal prepping and organizing my closet. Got a text from Diane around 4 p.m. "Did you help Aubrey move today?" She asked me to via Kelsey's email. I didn't respond. She's back at my place crying about how she had to move everything herself and it took all day. Her car's full of boxes. She had a week to plan this. "I know. Just giving you a heads up." She's spiraling, talking about how you owe her, how you used her. I'm trying to reality check her, but she's not hearing it. "I appreciate you trying, Diane. For what it's worth, I think you handled this correctly. Tough love might be what she needs. She's been coddled too much." Monday morning, I got an email from a law office. My stomach dropped for a second until I actually read it. It wasn't a real lawyer. It was one of those online legal template services. Aubrey had paid $49.99 for a cease and desist letter demanding I, 1. Return her property that I supposedly stole, 2. Compensate her for moving expenses, 3. Pay her $3,000 for emotional distress, 4. Issue a written apology. The letter was full of legal-sounding language but zero actual legal basis. I forwarded it to my buddy who's an actual lawyer. He called me laughing. "Dude, this is from LegalZoom or something. It's not even enforceable. Just ignore it." Should I respond? Only if you want to. But legally? You owe her nothing. I sent one reply to the email address listed. All items in my former apartment that belonged to me have been moved to my new residence. Any items remaining belonged to Aubrey, and she was responsible for their removal prior to the lease end date. I will not be responding to further correspondence. Tuesday evening, Diane called. Owen, I need to be honest with you about something, okay? Aubrey finally admitted the truth about why she wanted you to get a bigger place. Let me guess. She wanted to move Cameron in too? Close. She wanted a 2-bedroom so her sister Talia could move in. Talia's getting divorced and needs a place. Aubrey figured you'd pay rent, she'd live free, and Talia could stay in the 2nd bedroom also free. I actually laughed. So her plan was to make me pay for housing for 3 people? And she saw nothing wrong with it, kept saying, that's what boyfriends do. I asked where she got that idea, apparently from TikTok. I dodged a massive bullet. You did. Listen, she's moving out of my place this weekend. Found some apartment share situation with 3 other girls. It's not great, but it's affordable. She's furious about it, blames you entirely. Of course she does. I'm done mediating. She needs to learn from this. Just wanted to give you a heads up that she might try reaching out again. Don't engage. Wasn't planning on it. Final update. It's been about 6 weeks since the move. Figured I'd close the loop on this whole situation. The old lease ended without incident. Landlord confirmed Aubrey got all her stuff out before the deadline. Apparently she took pictures of the empty apartment claiming I'd stolen furniture, but the landlord had my original move-in photos proving everything was mine. Aubrey tried one last manipulation attempt 2 weeks ago. She had a mutual acquaintance, this guy Brett from a group we used to hang out with, reach out. Brett texted, "Hey man, heard you and Aubrey split. That's rough. She mentioned she left some stuff at your place, a jewelry box her grandma gave her. Any chance you have it?" I knew exactly what this was. Aubrey never had a jewelry box at my place. She was testing to see if I'd admit to having something of hers so she could claim I was withholding her property. Brett, I don't have anything belonging to Aubrey. Everything she owned was left at my old apartment for her to collect. If she's missing something, she should check the boxes she moved out. Oh, okay. Just checking. She seemed really sure. Brett, real talk. Aubrey moved into my place without asking, demanded I pay for a bigger apartment for both of us, then threatened to leave when I wouldn't. I called her bluff. That's the whole story. If she's spinning something different, that's on her. Damn. That's not what she told us. I'm sure it's not. Haven't heard from him since. But I did hear through another friend that the whole group now knows Aubrey's version didn't match reality. Apparently, she'd been telling people I kicked her out for no reason and abandoned her stuff. Once people started asking questions, her story fell apart. The entitlement continued even in defeat. Kelsey apparently tried to organize an intervention where mutual friends were supposed to convince me I'd been too harsh. Only 2 people showed up, and both ended up agreeing with my decision once they heard the real story. Aubrey's living situation hasn't improved. According to Diane, who still texts me occasionally to apologize for her daughter, Aubrey's bounced between 2 different apartment shares because she keeps expecting roommates to cover her share of utilities or doesn't clean up after herself. The entitlement apparently extends to everyone, not just romantic partners. The Cameron situation was exactly what I suspected. He was the backup plan. They dated for about 3 weeks after my move, before he also dumped her when she tried to move into his place without asking. Some people never learn. Diane actually apologized to me over coffee last week. I raised her to be independent and strong, but somehow she learned entitled instead. That's partially on me. I'm sorry she put you through this. I appreciated that. Diane's good people. Not her fault her daughter's a piece of work. As for me, living my best life in my studio, everything's exactly where I want it. My space, my rules, my peace and quiet. Started seeing someone new actually. Hannah. Met her at a coffee shop near my building. She has her own apartment, her own job, her own life. We've been on 4 dates. It's casual, it's easy, there's no pressure. She asked last week, "Do you live alone?" With genuine curiosity, not scheming. Yep, 400 square feet of perfect solitude. That sounds amazing. I love living alone. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. The whole situation taught me something important. When someone issues an ultimatum, they're expecting you to cave. They're betting you'll choose them over your own boundaries. Aubrey gambled that I'd upgrade my life to accommodate her entitlement rather than lose her. She lost that bet badly. No regrets on my end. Zero. I handled it clean, I handled it legal, and I handled it on my terms. She wanted more space or we were done. She got exactly what she asked for. I got more space. We're done. The studio's working out great, by the way. Turns out 400 square feet is plenty of room when you're not sharing it with someone who treats your home like their personal expansion project. And the best part? My rent's actually $80 less per month than my old place. So I got peace, space, and I'm saving money. Aubrey got a wake-up call about consequences, a cramped room in an apartment share, and hopefully a lesson about not treating partners like ATMs. Fair trade, if you ask me.